Just be online, friends. I'm just going to shift my place because some repair guys have come. I am already recording. Just give me a minute. Okay, slightly darkish. Please adjust this because I didn't expect the running from one place to another place. Okay, so yeah, we can open up for questions. If you have any questions, please ask. I've also started the recording because some people wanted me to record this part, so they can also be able to hear it. Okay, you can raise your hands. Let me just allow you to unmute yourself.
Okay, you can unmute yourself and then you can talk. Oh God, I'm really dark.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
So, I'm a mother of 6-year-old son,
Okay.
and he is in the autism spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
What I've observed with him is whatever happens with me, he catch hold of my energies. As in, if I'm not well, I see he's not well. If I'm not in good emotional state, he is also not there. And but the question that I want to ask is, there are certain activities that he do which I don't want him to do. For example, he has a habit of putting things in his mouth. It in turn, his stomach gets upset or he is not well. So this is his behavior which is coming up. How can I control those behaviors also, the way I think? And because the way you said, the more you put attention, the energy flows, right? So the more I keep on thinking, okay, he will do this, he will do this, he will do that. That is what I'm relating to it now, because I preempt the situation. He will stand in the window, he will eat this, he will eat this, and he actually does that. So how do I now hold myself, my thought about the preempting situation? Because now I'm tuned into it. I'm being with him, and now I've become tuned into thinking in that way, preempting situation, and then working in the environment to correct, so he doesn't do that particular thing. So I'm not sure how do I work on this part.
See, this, I mean, I totally understand that it is a very challenging situation, and I have worked with children on the spectrum, not directly, but with their parents. So I totally understand what you're going through. And even when it comes to children who are constantly putting things into the mouth, I'll tell you, my own daughter, she used to constantly have this habit of licking slippers. Okay, so like any other mother, even I would be very worried, and we all had this habit of hiding our slippers, because if she would find even one slipper, she would open the cupboard, the cupboard of where we keep slippers and all, right, footwear. She would open that and she would actually lick all of those things. And then so she had this a lot. And then if there is no such thing, she would come behind a chair, these recliner kind of chair, not recliner kind of chairs, the cloth based office chairs are there, right? So she would basically keep licking that. So there used to be a whole lot of such habits. And then of course, even we were like you only at that time. But over a period of time, what has happened is my same daughter used to do other things which kept me in the same behavior, right? She would do other things like let's say overeat something, or she also had we eventually went vegan for whatever reasons. I'm not going to bring that up here. So she would go and then have, so like this, what I realized as a pattern, and because I started to observe this pattern, you've already observed the pattern, and what I started to notice is, okay, yeah, it's me who's doing this whole thing, it's me who's creating this whole thing. So what is it that is basically keeping me in that same reality? It is my expectation, or it is my fear that they are going to do this. I fear a certain outcome, and that outcome is obviously coming to me because you have put so much of energy that you are now creating a reality that you want. I mean, you may not want it, but they were telling, right? Even if you go to anti-cancer rallies or something, I mean, the same example. So what I would do if I was in your place is I would detach. I would detach in the sense, because you have an attachment towards your son. Let's say he puts something in his mouth, and then what is the next thing that happens? Typically, if you are in your past, he'll eat that, his stomach is going to become upset, and then I have to work with him, let's say for 4 or 5 days, to ensure that he gets better, and then again the cycle continues. What if I'm okay with working with him? Because because I'm resisting working with him, if I'm resisting that hard work that goes after that, I don't like that hard work. I don't like that extra effort. Everything is going on smoothly like clockwork. But if there is a change in that clockwork, then I'm going to resist it. So what if you don't resist? Let's say, what if you become okay with, this is all at a mental level, okay? I will come to the physical part. At a
Okay.
mental level, if you say, okay, I'm dear God, I will take life as a beautiful experience and I have a great human being with me. And personally speaking, I don't know whether you've been with us in the past, but children on the spectrum, children on the spectrum especially, are third wave volunteers, which means they are people who have come to raise the energy of Earth, because they are not connected to the way we think, right? They are not connected to society the way we think. They're not polluted.
Right.
We are polluted, which means they are
Right.
still connected to their higher realms, but only their
Yes.
physical body, which means only a tiny portion of them has come into this body just so that it is alive. That's all. Not using the potential that the spirit has, rather let's say the soul is attached this much %, then that much is their potential of expression, right? At a soul level, that much is the potential of expression. But then if they are not connected to that at that level, at a society level, they are using more of ego only. We especially are using more of ego for their level. They are not connected at all. Only that much, only life, whatever life is there, that much only they are using. So I would say that they are a gift to Earth, which is at a higher level what Earth wants. They have been invited to be a part of Earth, but those people are so high in terms of their soul energy that they cannot get down to the level of the physical body. So Earth said, it's okay. You come here, you don't come here. I mean, you come here as a sane person, or you come here as a person who's not connected. It's okay for me, but you be here. You be connected here. So that your presence here, your connection to Earth itself is going to raise the energies of Earth. And you as a mother who said, yes, I am going to volunteer to be that mother. Hey, no, but you're going to really have a lot of challenges. Okay, he's not going to be connected. You'll have society related challenges. You'll have a lot of work. What more blessings can I have than working with this ascended master, you will say, right? That is a kind of contract you have signed up for, because they said that if you work with me, 2-3 janmas of your life would be like done.
Okay.
Because you'll be like working double or working triple shift.
Yes.
So that is the kind of trade-off that you are going to get by working with such great masters. But then it is not going to be easy, because doing 2 or 3 lives just not going to be easy. So what I would do if I were you is I would detach, because I would say, hey, am I breathing him? I'm not breathing him. Am I running his body? Am I keeping him alive? No, I'm not keeping him alive, because if anybody wants to die, the soul will just leave, and then we'll all become dead bodies. So who is this person who's inside and who's... I'm not running. So if I'm not doing anything to him, should I be in fear? All I have to be is I have to think that this person is my teacher. He is going to keep throwing lessons at me, and I have to see what I'm going to clean as a part of this exercise. Because I told you that you are cleansing 2 to 3 janmas of 2 to 3 lives worth of experiences you are burning in this whole process. So how will you burn if he's giving you experience? Typically in this setup, you are stuck to only that person most of your life. Most of your karma is coming only from that person, because you are not going out, you are not really mingling with too many people, because that's a handful of work compared to other human beings.
Yes.
Everything is coming through him only. You should not get overwhelmed. Okay, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. In between it is cracking. I don't know why, but I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, I don't know, somehow the internet is slightly unstable. Detach yourself and say, hey, I am just an instrument to work with this teacher. This teacher, whether he is eating something, whether he is not eating something, whether he's eating also, the experience that I'm going to go through is, let's say, take care of him, do some more service to him, take care of him, let's say stomach upset, lose motion, whatever happens, that is also a service. And let's say he doesn't eat anything, that is also a different kind of service. So that is this kind of status of living is called surrender. Surrender means today you are trying to hold on your entire life to one outcome. I want only this outcome. He should not put anything in the mouth, and then everything should be a clockwork kind of thing. No, you are going to say that, okay, outcome 1 is also okay. Usme bhi mujhe, there is a lot of learning for me. Outcome 2 is also okay. Outcome 3 is also okay. Outcome 5 is also, outcome N is also okay for me. So when you come to that mindset, that is called lack of resistance. You're not resisting any outcome. You're saying, bring it on. Everything is okay for me, kind of thing. Then you are in the state of mind. Their mind is totally relaxed because you're okay. Your mental readiness is absolutely there for every unexpected outcome also.
Right.
In that state of mind, when you are absolutely ready for him putting everything into the mouth also, he usually will not put into the mouth. But you need to get there first before you see that.
I know that is something which I have to.
So you have to apply this formula slowly in your life and say, okay, yeah, now what should I do? I should be all okay with all outcomes. Now I'm, let's say, putting him into the living room or something like that. Now there are so many objects. Now there is a potential that he's going to put objects into his mouth. So, but for me, I'm okay with him putting anything into the mouth. Although you will probably try to child safe the house and all of those things, that is perfectly okay. But in your mind, you should not be in fear. You should say that it's okay. I mean, I'm just going to do some things which will not threaten his life. That's all. But then beyond that, if something is happening, it is a welcome change for me to learn something, because accidents are accidents. They are not planned, right? So like this, you should watch your fear. You should watch your attachment. And those children are not your children. You are just a caretaker. And they are just doing service to you by living with you so that you can basically burn your karmas. That's all. You are not doing any service to him. You are, I mean, service to him in the sense you're just protecting his human body. That's all. That is all is your job. Protecting in the sense he is not just because he's not connected so much. The body is vulnerable, but you don't have to fear, because there are not just you, Shraddha, who doesn't know herself. She herself is sleeping. But there are other ascended masters. There are so many beings who are watching out for him. You might have noticed that even when you are not there, there are so many good things that are happening around him and all that. So that is because you are not the only person you are only a receiver. You are not the giver. You are only giving service, that's all. But that service is due. It was supposed to be given to him and you're giving, kind of thing. So you don't have to be so worried about him. You just have to do your duty and forget the rest of the outcome.
Yeah, I guess the fear is the factor which really triggering everything. Yeah. Hello?
Other outcomes are also okay for me.
Ma'am, your voice is cracking.
So just tell that the other outputs are also okay for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Everything should be okay for you, because ultimately we've come here for experiences only. We are not coming here for good only. We are not coming here for bad only. We are coming here for every experience. We want to be a, what do you say, a thief also. We want to be a saint also. We want a thief's life also. We want a rapist's life also. We want a beggar's life also. We want Ambani's life also. We want everything, and everything is equal. Because we have to go through life, only then we will be able to experience the negative. We experience the low emotions and the high emotions in various kind of setups.
Right.
It is necessary. You should just believe that all my outcome, usme, that whatever is the outcome experiences that I go through after that outcome, that there is a lot of learning in that. I'm going to be so excited and all that. You should think like that. Life is more joyful. Right? So I'll connect with me offline. I'll connect you to one more person who will be able to share her experiences with you, so that you can work through her or work with her and then get into that mindset as well. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yes, Sheetal.
This thing of surrender is kind of I mean
Can you
probably
come on video, because I don't know, I'm just seeing a wall and talking. If you all are able to come on video, please come. Yeah.
yes. No, this thing of surrender, I'm trying to contemplate it since quite a few days, like every time you're explaining about surrender and everything. But I mean, I want to just to understand this, but I want to share an example and ask, don't get me wrong in this. So because you said like we need the experience of being given a rapist. I'm not sure if you're able to hear me.
Sheetal, I was not able to hear your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I think there was a break in the connection. I'm not sure. Can you repeat?
Yes. So I've been trying to contemplate this thing and to understand the surrender better. You were even now explaining us, right? Like the feeling of, I mean, the experience of being a rapist is also equal, and being a thief is also equal, being Ambani is also equal, and everything. So like that is what the soul basically requires, like all different kinds of experience. But just to understand this concept of surrender, I've been thinking, let's say somebody, a girl, a rapist who's on her or something, does it mean that she should surrender herself just because that is also one of the experience that the soul is wanting it or something? Is that how we see surrender? Because I'm just kind of confused with this concept of how to be surrendered.
This is not equal to surrender. A woman in that situation definitely have to stand up for herself. What did Draupadi do?
Right.
Draupadi stood up for herself, right?
Yeah.
She definitely tried to rather stand up for herself. And every single woman in history who has been on the other side, where people have basically done things to her, they have fought back. And fighting back is also a part of learning. Okay, that's like, for example, if there's e-teasing or something like that, and then somebody's coming to, like in my case, there in Majestic bus stand, I was it was a very crowded place, and then I was just passing by, and right, there was somebody who was touching me. Then I was like, who is this person? I couldn't really find it. It was crowd. Then what I wanted to see who this person was, and so what I did, I went back and I came back in the same route again. And this time I was really aware. In the past I was not aware. So this happened sometime in 2001. I was really aware this time. So what I did, as soon as he touched, I grabbed hold of his hand and I slapped him. This is not surrender. This is not talking. I'm not talking about surrender in this form. Acha jo bhi kare, take it kind of thing. I'm talking about the mind. At the mind level, when you are in a situation where you are expecting a certain outcome to happen, I'm just saying, be open for all other outcomes. So in this case, you should also be open for an outcome where you're fighting back also. You do what you feel is right. I'm not saying that do this or do that. What is your duty obviously will come from within you, right? That you do anyway. You are just going to fight back. Whether that is going to rather go unanswered and then you go through that situation as a victim, or maybe somebody comes, right? We don't have control over what happens after your action takes place, which is the please mute yourself, Madhuji, please mute yourself. Madhuji, please mute yourself. Yeah. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, right, karmanyavadi karaste, that shloka, where you do your action, fruits of action, that one. You do your action back that guy also. Because you felt that that is the right thing to do, you did it. After that, what happens? You don't have any control. Whether people are going to come to save you, whether you turn out, you don't know. So surrender is you do your action, forget about the rest. Forget about what you are going to get after that action as an outcome is what is called surrender. Why? Because you trust the universe. The more you are in the state, trust you have on the other delegate, that person, that who, let's say, the trust that you have on whoever is that system whatever that system is going to give me is going to be in my favor. If that is the feeling that you have, what will happen is it's definitely going to be in your favor.
Okay.
But unless you come to that state of mind, it will not be in your favor.
Okay. But in that case, Smita, like you said, like your daughter was licking slippers when she was young and all that. So in that case, as a mother, like you said, you would hide everything and try to keep it inside and all that. So that being your karma, right? Like that as a mother, you're taking care of it.
Yeah.
Is that how I see it? So you will take care of it. But beyond that, if she's still doing, if she's falling ill, then that also I accept. Is that how you say it?
Yes, that is how you have to say it. You have to say, I'll do my job. It is, but beyond that, but why am I hiding the slippers? That also you should think. Am I hiding the slippers in fear? No, I'm hiding the slippers just as a part of my duty.
Right.
As a duty that, yeah, why should she get like abundance of slippers right in front of her? I'll just keep it aside. I'm not in fear, because in the past, let's say when I was hiding, I was in fear, but now I'm not in fear because I'm okay, even if she finds a slipper somewhere. It's okay even if she licks it. Dekha jayega. Let's say if stomach upset happens, yeah, fine. I'm anyway ready to go through that journey also.
Okay, so it's
that readiness is what I'm talking about. Mental readiness.
Right.
Because we don't like certain outcomes in our life. We are preferring a certain outcome. We like a certain outcome to happen because we are comfortable with that outcome. We are familiar with that outcome. So now what I'm saying is be okay for other outcomes that you don't like, that you're unfamiliar with, that you're uncomfortable with also. Because that will also teach you a lesson. You will go through some X number of experiences, like the company will have its own ups and downs, and that learning curve will anyway be there. That every new outcome that you encounter will also have its learning curve. What has become familiar to you as an outcome was in the unfamiliar zone in the past.
Right. Right.
Go through that thing of every single outcome is okay for me.
Right. Okay.
Is my voice breaking?
Yeah, no, it's actually breaking a lot.
Just give me a minute. I'm sorry about this.
You're on mute, Smita.
Is this better?
Yes, now I don't see it breaking, but yeah, maybe as the conversation proceeds, we can just...
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, be okay for all outcomes, because at some point in your curriculum, for the exam, you need all the syllabus. You need to go through all the syllabus. You just can't prepare for science or maths or chemistry or this or that. Hindi also is necessary. English is also necessary. Languages are necessary. So just say, okay, fine, yeah, I don't like to read languages, but it's a part of the curriculum. I can't help it. It's a part of the syllabus. Yes, that is a question paper. I can't fail in that subject.
Right.
So like that, that mental readiness you do.
Right.
Just trust that even when that situation comes where other outcomes happen also, I'll get the knowledge, I'll get the support to go through that also. Because a person in surrender will get the universe's support to go through every single thing. Because he's in alignment with the universal laws.
Okay. Okay. So it's basically like this, like anything that I want to do or any karma that I want to do, first thing that matters is the emotion that I put into it. Whether I do it with fear or guilt or or with joy and, the passion that I do. So that is what is basically going to differentiate. And the outcome, of course, I need to have the mindset to accept anything that comes out of it.
Yes. Typically, in my
That's
experience,
how I understand now.
Yes. Typically, in my experience, if you surrender, most of the time, if that surrender is totally genuine, you'll absolutely get what you want only.
Okay.
But that another outcome and all will eventually get designed in some other time.
Right. Okay.
You'll become very comfortable over a period of time.
Right. Okay. So that's also a practice, right? Like
Yes.
the kind of emotion that we put in, and then being in the state of surrender is also a practice. It's not something that I'll do it right away and I'll figure that out.
Yeah, because you have to face your own fears, and you should be able to teach your mind that it's okay not to be in fear. It is okay to let go of outcomes, because the future has not got created at all. That outcome has not been planned at all. Now only that outcome preparation is happening based on what I am in that present moment. So why shouldn't I influence that to be more not rather, why should I go and hold on to a certain outcome and put my negative energy of fear into one outcome? In the outcome, let's say that it's a space, it's your out of scope space. In that you're going and putting your lower emotion of fear and anxiety. So just withdraw your hands and say, that is out of scope for me. What is in scope is only my duty.
Right. No, I get it.
Because just try to play God.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's say there are zillion outcomes. How do you know which outcome to give? Do you even know what kind of work goes behind it into generating an outcome?
Right.
You don't know all that.
Right.
So that is why it's called prarabdha. Prarabdha means it depends on your intention. It depends on the emotion, law of attraction, everything put together. And what is that everything coming together? We don't know.
Okay. So they
that
say
is why they say, don't worry about the outcome.
Is that what you're talking about?
That word is called prarabdha. Because of prarabdha, we get this outcome.
Yeah, the prapti, that what we get, what we are.
Karmic kind of thing, which means you already have a certain outcome and all that earned by you. It's there, because every part of reality is yours, provided you go to that shop and say, I want this. Or you go to that shop and rather, without even asking for it, your law of attraction is attracting.
Right.
So how all that happens, we don't know. It happens in the invisible realm. But what can we do? We can only do in the visible realm. Our work, our mind. Keep your mind on your work and say, I'll be okay with anything.
Right. Okay.
And just be mentally ready that even when something new comes up also, I'll probably have a learning curve and I'll be okay with it over a period of time.
Yeah.
It's like joining a new company or learning a new skill. It's absolutely the same.
The same. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and the one question from the movie, please. The thing,
sure.
I mean, this movie, they were speaking about like even it's beyond this astrology and everything, like what we manifest and all that, right? Like I just want to understand, in our upbringing, we are usually taught about destiny, fate, this is what was meant to happen, and things like that, right? So do they? I mean, being in gratitude and then visualizing and then manifesting, is it beyond this destiny? Like, is it something that we can make our own fate, we can make our own destiny? Is that what we understand from this?
The soul has its own experience. It comes with a blueprint. Definitely it comes with a high level blueprint saying, okay, I want to learn something from fear, and then this person is going to give me all these kinds of behaviors where I'm going to learn mostly about fear. So this person is going to give me a lot of challenging experiences where I will learn to be truthful. All that will be planned.
Okay.
But it is not very concrete, because it depends on moment to moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say if I was a person who's able to see all three states of, let's say, for past, present, and future, if I'm in that state of living, then I'll definitely be able to see a foreseeable future. How will I be able to see that future? Based on your current programming at this time. The way you think, the way you act, the way you speak, the way you believe, all that, with your current level of programming, that this is where you're going to go. But let's say in this moment you say, no, I'm going to change the way I'm going to think. I'm just going to start with gratitude. This moment you started that. Then that will change of the destiny to something, that will change of the path to something else. New doors are going to open for you.
Okay. So does it mean like our destination is not fixed? It's
No.
not, right? Okay.
No,
It's not
no,
like
it's
this is
not
what
fixed at all.
definitely something the path
Your
I
destiny is only in this
continue.
moment. That's all. There is no past. There is no future. What is only real is this moment.
Okay.
Because time is a linear concept, which means when you take a small point and then you pull that point like this, you have the middle of the point, middle of that line, you have this end of this line, this end of this line. This end of this line is called past, this end is called future, there is a middle is called present. But how did this become so long? Because you stretched that point like this. That is what is called linear time. That it is happening only in our mind. It is actually not there. That is why they say focus on the present, focus on the present. Because time is not pulled. Time is only feeling like it is pulled like this. Like when a person is hallucinating or when a person is having vertigo or something, everything will look shaky and like it's as if the entire thing is going. Like when they're dizzy, what happens? You will feel that everything is like jelly-like, right?
Yeah.
That is what they feel. But is everything actually a jelly? No, everybody next to them will say, no, nothing is shaking. Only for you it's shaking.
Right.
So that is the concept of time. The concept of time is very, what do you say? It is very relative to you. It can expand and it can shorten also for you as per your belief system. If you think I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, you are going to be late. So time will definitely be shortened also because you are expecting it to be shortened. Time can get expanded also. That line can get pulled longer also because you want it to get pulled longer. It is all that it can happen. But ultimately, the reality is it's all a small dot, which is in the present.
No, but for something like, let's say, like, I was actually I was expecting a holiday to happen, and I was trying to manifest it for a long time. This was probably saying this to 2020 time of the time. You were trying to manifest and you had so much of excitement over it and everything, but suddenly the COVID came. The entire world was shut down for 2 years, and then you start believing that it's like whatever is meant to happen will just happen irrespective of what you think, what you feel, or what you want to do. So I was just trying to understand in that way, because so many things are out of our control when you're trying to manifest it, but still does it mean that, the world has something else in plan in accordance?
It depends on how much of the collective consciousness has overridden your individual consciousness also. At a collective level, if COVID was, if it was in the betterment of you to stay at home and let's say connect with your family instead of maybe going on a holiday, and then whatever the learnings that you had when you lived with your family was probably better than you going on a holiday.
Okay.
So at a collective level, that becomes more of a priority to get that fixed before at an individual level. But at an individual level, you should see always the positives from what this experience gave me. Because for me, getting away from my current monotony is going to be a great experience. But in that monotony, finding joy in that monotony and then finding learning in that monotony is far greater than you going away on a holiday.
Okay.
Because learning is in the present. It is not in some other place which is still not with you.
Okay. Learning, can you repeat that sentence, please?
Learning is in the place where you are in that moment.
Okay.
Let's say with your husband, if you're fighting, there is definitely an opportunity for learning.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously it's in right here. If you had gone off on a holiday instead of fighting with him, that moment is lost.
Right.
What are you learning from nature? Yeah, it's definitely giving you energy, peace of mind, everything. But ultimately that peace of mind, that energy, you have to come back and put it into the family only, where you are supposed to learn your lessons.
Yeah.
It was just a break, that's all.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can't be away from the school and be on vacations for a very long time. You have to come back to school and you'll have to take your lessons.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Sudha. Thank you.
Who else? Yeah, yeah, Pooja.
Yes, yeah, I have one
Can you come
question.
on video, please?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, Smita, I have just one question that you say that everything is belief. Whatever we will believe, it will manifest. But it is also said that some of the karmas we have to face it, whether we should manifest it or not, but the past karma we have to face it. So how these two are correlated with each other?
Everything is a lesson only. Whether I take, let's say I don't like maths, but I still have to go through maths, no, for the exam. I can enjoy maths and then write my exam. Because if I'm in a state of enjoyment, then my learning process, my practice sessions and all that will be good. And then my retention capacity and then going and writing an exam will be good. There is no option, right? I still have to go through that learning which my karma is giving me. Karma is not bad. Karma is just a learning tool.
Karma is not bad. They are coming for our learning. But it is not necessary na ki we want this, so our karma will get over and we will get the things which we want to get in this life.
The very issue is when you say, I don't want this, that is where the learning is. When you say, I don't want it, you're resisting it. Who has planned for it? You only have planned for it, but you say, I don't want it. Who is this person who's saying, I don't want it? Your ego. Because ego wants to be comfortable all the time. Ego wants to keep you happy, keep you, even if it's false happiness, it wants to keep you comfortable. Whether that converts into learning or no, it doesn't care. But who is the one who is driving this car? It is that soul. It has planned this journey through this body. If this body cannot give, it will do through some other body. Right? This body has ego. If this body cannot fulfill that soul, what will that do? It will drop the body and it will take another body and it will go fulfill that. So some body at some point should be able to satisfy, no? That ego will align with the soul at some point.
Like in this movie, Secret movie, a lady has the cancer. If she has to face the cancer due to his past karma, so how in this life she can be get cured or healed by just manifestation?
Because she, in my personal opinion, if that healing has to happen, and if she has to come and talk about it on the Secret movie, that was her journey. If you saw those people becoming a vegetable and all that, that was his journey. If you see Joe Dispenza, he was also a vegetable at some point. He lived 6 weeks, he was in bed. And they said, you will be a vegetable. Even if we operate on you, we don't know whether you'll get your system back. Then he said, yeah, it's rather die to basically get that system in this shape and sit on the bed and all that. So he just went to his friend's house. He said, I'll be here. And then all that he did was mind work.
Okay,
he just reconstructed himself.
Okay. Smita, it means he has surrendered and just he was ready, whatever the outcomes would be. He was just doing his karma of this
That's
life.
all. He was just doing his mind work. Whether that really works, whether that does not work, he doesn't care. He thinks that it will work. He thinks that it is working. He believes it is working. Who is going to come and question whether you started thinking in your mind, right? See, it did not work. Who are we competing with? We are not competing with anybody. We are basically wanting a certain outcome. So we need to go towards that outcome. Whether we are seeing something ulta of that in front of us or no, we should continue to keep our mind in the same place.
Okay.
That is the challenge with everybody. They keep going up and down. But you will have to try this. You keep trying this. Just because somebody else succeeded doesn't mean that you can't succeed. Before they got to a point of succeeding in that, let's say breast cancer or that constructing the spine or something like that, they have failed in some previous points, which they are not aware. Maybe this life, maybe some past life, they have definitely tried a lot. And they have come to a point where they have learned through multiple trial and errors that this is how it's exactly going to work. In their subconscious level, all this programming will be there.
And it means also that this Smita, that we are getting this knowledge like secret movie and with you all that, it also means that now our karma has finished. Now that karma, only that soul wants to learn all these things and came out of the situation.
Knowledge is what you have planned now. Why in the past something, your health was anyway having a breakdown, but why didn't you get all this exposure in the past? Because then was not necessary. And then you, even if you had got the knowledge, you may have not even noticed it in front of you. But now you are in a state where you think that, yes, I'm done. I think I'm ready for change. That mental readiness will come. Because in every single thing, you are searching for that state of bliss only. When you went, let's say you went through a lot of anger issues or trauma issues or whatever it is, then also you are trying to search for goodness in anger also. When you're angry at somebody, you're actually liking it. You like to shout at somebody. You're enjoying that stage. Even if it's sadistic enjoyment, we are actually enjoying the state of shouting at somebody because at an ego level, you are liking it. So we have done a lot of such ego work, non-belief system, non-soul work in the past. So to undo all of those things, we have to learn all that at a soul level, no? So we do this, we only break our system, we only construct our system. In this process, there's a lot of lessons that we are learning. Like how if you've seen children, they only buy a computer and then they only break down the computer. They remove all the parts and all that, and they only start to reassemble the computer together, no, like that.
One more question, Smita. You said that we are all the part of this cosmos and we are all interconnected. So we are okay with the rapist also, with the thief also. If the rapist has done the rape for any girl, so how can we should not be judgmental to him, or we are not in the opinion to pass ki we should hate him. You said that we should, we can't say that his soul is here to just experience the role of rapist. So actually we know the knowledge ki yeah, this is a soul plan and all these things. But we can't say this na ki if something happened to any girl, we can't say ki this is his soul plan to experience the role of the rapist.
See, this is where I'm saying, put your energy, put your focus where you want those things to grow in your life.
Okay.
There are so many things that you may dislike that is coming in the newspaper or this or that, maybe neighbor's house, your own locality. But why are you putting your energy into that if you don't like? Just for some logical conclusion? Just for some ego satisfaction, some answers will come. But every answer that comes to you from ego, it is only some guesswork, that's all. It is trying to become satisfied. See, I knew this is how it works. Yes, let that guy get punishment. And then you'll talk to 10 people, everybody will say punishment, let him get punishment. So then you're actually feeling happy. See, yeah, everybody's thinking like me only. So all of these things are basically, ego is hungry for something. So you should never go into such news or such talks where your ego is looking for feeding. Go into places which are really going to impact you at a positive level. So you will get to a state one day where even whether it is happening or it is not happening, you will have an opinion of good only even for extreme cases. But that is a level of awareness will come, level of knowledge, application, everything will come, and in that level of awareness, you will be able to accept that. But when that level of awareness is not there, let us be smart and not put energy where we don't want.
Okay. Thank you, Smita.
Okay, yeah. Unmed ji, can you please come on video? Oh, you only, yeah? You're in the father's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I've been wanting to ask this question a long time. Especially that you're talking about the war and everything, right? The last part of the video. I'm working with an organization, Awaken India Movement, AIM, which started with the COVID time to create awareness about the COVID scam and why no vaccine. Actually, vaccination, my knowledge about vaccination, one second, I'll just ask you. My knowledge about vaccination came when my mother's coach, she gave me a booklet. Why no childhood vaccination? It's not just because just the chemicals. but the animal products used in the vaccine, yeah, the human embryos and the monkey, chimpanzee cells and everything, the cow cells that there. So that's what when I started, I said, okay, probably if I had this knowledge, I wouldn't have given this to my children also, the vaccines. So when the COVID started, I came to know why there's nothing like COVID and it's just a flu and all, and the vaccine started. So I created awareness. First, earlier, we were creating awareness about the COVID thing and all, and the mask and everything. So I just want to know, and also now this they are talking about the new world order, the unity, the conspiracy behind all this, why this is happening all over around the world. So I just want to know that as I'm creating awareness, should be I create awareness, what, how you have to improve your health. So basically now I'm trying to say people how to improve your health and why no vaccines. And earlier I used to tell no, why people should not take vaccines. But now in the stage that we just create awareness about the vaccine, and now it is the people's choice to take the vaccine or not. So I just want to know whether this is the right track, whether just to create awareness, or I should not go in this line.
See, it depends on where your passion is. Nothing is right or wrong about this. But if you have got information and if you have to grow in a place where this awareness has come, and then you are also in an organization where you have to spread this kind of news, then that becomes your duty. That becomes your dharma. That universe has given you some knowledge, go spread it. Right? There will come a time when that will also, you'll come to a stage where you've done that role, and then you'll move on to something else. Through you, see, knowledge comes to us through the higher sources, because we are sleeping. We are not even in a position to take knowledge from our own soul, right? We don't know why we are here also. To that level, we are sleeping. So from the higher sources, through our body, through our presence, information also gets spread, especially if you also have to learn from that and all that. So whatever is coming to you, use that and then go and tell whatever you have to tell. But in that also, be in surrender mode. I'm going to do my duty. Whether somebody is going to listen to me, they're not listen to me, whether they'll follow me, not follow me, it's none of my business. But I'm going to be very 100%, I'm going to work on spreading the awareness.
Okay. It is about all the conspiracy, right? Everything is whatever.
See, here you're bringing somebody else is bad, somebody else is good kind of thing. But what I'm trying to tell is what has come to you as an awareness, you have to spread about vaccine or jo bhi hai. So do it with a blank slate of mind. In the sense, this is the information, I'm giving you this information.
Okay.
I'm not putting my own extra masala into it and say, see, this person is bad, that person is good. You don't know whether that person is bad or good. It is coming from your own belief system. So you have to draw a fine line whether I'm actually adding masala or I'm just communicating the information that has come to me. That kind of awareness you have to learn to, like if you're aware, then you'll be able to watch yourself and say, am I actually putting masala into this and spreading? Or am I actually just taking the information that has come to me and spreading?
That's just there's a vaccine war movie had come, right? So we had gone for the protest. Yes, the vaccine war, because it was putting mind the people is giving a vaccine, the work the scientists have been doing and everything. So the organization had gone for the protest. Why this movie is showing all the lies about it, I said. So I was thinking whether I should have gone to that protest, whether was it the right thing to go to the protest. For me, it was awareness. I just went to this thing to show the people awareness, because people might get influenced by that, and they might, because there are more vaccines, MMR vaccines, HPV vaccines, and so many vaccines coming in the market.
See, there is a way of spreading information without putting somebody else down, right? In the world, everybody is a creator only. Everybody is the essence of the creator. Whether they are creating vaccine or whether they are a chimpanzee, whether everybody is the essence of the creator. Everybody is, whatever they are creating, the creator is experiencing that. He just said, go create, I'm going to give you free will. That was the message that was given. Just go, just take my whatever nature, just go in whatever direction you want, you go. So if that if his part was just split like this and it went in all directions, which direction is wrong and which direction is right? If he is in everything. But for you, you have to decide. So you have to say, okay, yeah, am I now, you should try to first here understand yourself. Am I in a state where I will say whatever somebody else did is bad? Or am I really believing that somebody else did is bad? If you only have a doubt, you need to first clarify the doubt about yourself. What do I totally believe? Then through that belief system, you should be able, rather to the correct belief system that you have, you should be able to spread. If you really feel that, yes, the scientist did a bad job, then go say this guy did a bad job, because that is your dharma. But if you don't have the feeling that somebody else did a bad job, then you have a conflict inside. You're saying something, you're believing something else. So first you need to know yourself, because there is a place where you are 100% sure that you are 100% in duality. But if you're in the transition period towards oneness, then there will be a lot of gray areas in your life. You'll neither be here nor be there, sort of in many portions, because you've done majority of the portion of, let's say, in duality. Now a portion of that is slowly moving towards oneness. There you'll have a lot of gray areas, because habits are all duality, but new learning is all oneness. So you need to first then know yourself, sit and journal. Yahan pe what is my true belief system? What do I really believe? And then you should either go fully big bang into it, or you should say, no, I can't do this anymore. Or you can go and say, my message is going to be handled differently. I'm not going to say anybody is bad. I'm just going to say, body has its own innate ability to do. You don't have to take vaccines. And then you can also talk about spirituality and say, every experience is necessary for life. Whatever, sickness is also necessary. Health is also necessary. But then, yeah, not everybody may be ready to buy that kind of an answer. Unless you're spiritually very aware, you will not be in the state of surrender. You will always want a pill to keep you comfortable. So it depends on what is your belief system and what should be your message. Because even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna did not tell you do this. And even in the Adesh slokas that he told, they are not very, he said, do your duty as a Kshatriya. He did not really say, rather, the only thing that he told was, whether you kill them or you don't kill them, they are already dead. It is just your experience. It is you who has to go through this experience. So you're getting this opportunity, that's all. But otherwise, yeah, in creation, every system, every possible reality has already been created. You are just walking into that reality, that's all. And whether you like it or no, somebody else will walk into that reality. It doesn't have to be you. So there is no cut and dry statement about this is right or wrong, because what I am telling to you is only a suggestion. I am also giving you knowledge only. That inner wisdom only has to give you, because that is the one that is growing, You have to decide what is my belief system. You need to know yourself more.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yes, Dr. Chaitra. Can you please come on video?
Yeah, hi, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Yeah, thank you for the class. First of all, I want to thank you. Like, without my own knowledge, actually, as you said, like, whatever message will come to you, it will come. Like, I didn't have the intention to attend this class yesterday and today. Somehow I attended because I took leave, because what happened is I was unwell because of a little bit of food poisoning. I've taken leave. So I started listening to the class, and then yeah, like as you said, like we will receive what even without our knowledge. That one thing I immediately realized when you said that. So that one thing. My doubt is I had been dealing with this colitis thing also, like since with a strong mind I did the grain-free diet, like multiple diets. I keep doing well, but certain points, like I tried when somebody else tells some other diet, fermented food, I tried that, I got a food poisoning. So once in this healing journey, mind should be like very strong. Like again, I face the triggers and everything like that. So like how do we keep the mind get going to the positive when it is always in the stressed, oh again this happened?
Have you attended the gratitude class?
Yeah, yesterday's
ha-
class I attended.
No, we have already done a gratitude. We have conducted a
No, ma'am,
course.
no, ma'am, I was on duty, so I keep do journaling.
Yeah, it's not enough. You have to practice at least 1 to 2 hours per day.
Okay.
Okay, you have to thank what is already in your life at least 1 to 2 hours per day, because right from the time that you are in your mother's womb to what you are right now, how much the community has already provided to you without you asking.
That's
Right?
true. That's
Right,
true.
including your body, and there are other parts of your body which are perfectly functioning well.
Yes, 100%.
Just what we told right people in, I mean, secret, what did they say? Focus on what you is what rather where your energy flows and where your attention goes, energy flows. So
Yeah.
your attention is always in colitis. So which is, and you have a negative, what do you say, lower emotion with respect to colitis. It is not nice. It is uncomfortable. All that negative energy is put, and then you put your attention to that. It is going to continue to increase. Instead of that, put your energy into other parts of your body. Even if colitis is happening and all that, just leave it. Whatever is coming to you as knowledge, just follow it. And for whether you are suffering, whether you are not suffering, enjoy that experience. This, you are anyway not this body. So whether you are having problem, whether you're not having problem, take it in this same equal sense and go forward.
Yes, definitely.
Only when you have the detached mindset, healing will start to show. And then you put energy into other parts which are actually good in life.
Yes. One more thing I had gratitude is like the this is there from like 2 years. Like the last year, the amount I suffered is like 80% better. Like it's reduced the amount of suffering or the symptoms or something when the trigger happens. I could see the shift in myself because of the multiple mindset change. Like immediately something we get abnormal in this lifestyle we cannot accept. But my mindset has slowly shifted, but I'm trying to develop to a better more mindset, like not to be stressed or take it in a positive way. Also do family members play a role in the mindset, ma'am?
Family members are only a reflection.
Okay.
It's your mindset that plays a role in what kind of attraction what kind of reality you comes through your family members.
Okay.
Which means they are your mirror image.
Mirror image. Okay. So this stress thing also I'm trying to meditate and overcome. So even though whatever happens, my question is we have to just accept and think for it is happening for the good. Maybe God is preparing for a better version. Is it a correct thought?
First of all, in any situation in your life, there is some lesson that you're supposed to learn. And the lesson will show only when you start to accept that this is okay in my life. Like in the first sheet in I think the first person in Shraddha's case also, she had to first accept that this situation is okay in my life. It's okay to have a child who's maybe not like the other children. As long as we are in resistance, we are always going to be fighting the fact that fighting that fact that he's not okay. And then we'll constantly try to search for answers. We'll try to search for making them perfect. We'll try to fix them. All of those things we are constantly trying to attempt. But once the mind comes to acceptance, there is no trying to change them. You're just trying to now learn from them, enjoy with them, like that. Like if let's say you wanted to buy some washing machine, but then you didn't know about, let's say, this particular product, but then you ended up buying some other product. So what will you say? Yeah, I've already bought this product. What can I do? I'm just going to start. Over a period of time, you'll forget that you wanted to buy some other product. You'll start to enjoy this product only, something like that. So you need to come to acceptance that whatever I already have is the best for me. It may be best only for, let's say, 2 years. I'm just giving an example about the washing machine. It may be only 2 years later on, maybe your company is going to gift you another washing machine. But in that 2 years, what have you learned through that acceptance process? That is very important. Your screen is frozen. Not sure if it's for me or for others.
Ma'am, this thing was breaking.
So what I was trying to say is, For this moment, you have to accept that. It doesn't mean that it is permanent in your life.
Correct.
Okay,
So the
it might
more
go off also after 1 month.
Yeah. So also regarding the in this condition regarding the food triggers, like even though we like sometimes we need to avoid, like how do we get that mindset? Should we just accept, okay, this is my lifestyle and go, or
See, as long as you have a mentality which says this food is bad and this food is good, you will always keep getting lessons through food. And getting to a state where all food is good is a very high level state of mind, which comes through a lot of energy accumulation through your hard work, sadhana and all that. So until then, stick to a restrictive diet, which is pretty much safe for you. And then over time, learn through life. That's all. See, whatever you follow, but over a period of time, you need to get to a level where you're accumulating energy through gratitude, through meditations and all of those things. And then put that energy into practicing in your real life.
So whatever the negative karma, do you call this as karma or like?
All diseases are karmas only. Every experience is a karma only.
Okay.
Karma is what? It's just a tracking tool so that you can learn from it. If you have done the other half of it, now it's time to learn the other half.
Okay. So we just have to experience the life in a positive mindset.
Yeah, because both parts of the half are necessary.
Yes.
Sorry, so both halves are necessary.
So no matter what, we have to just keep our mind strong and always think of the positive so that the positive will attract.
See, positive, I will not say positive, because the more you run towards positive and say this is bad, the negatives will also increase in your life. That is how life works.
Okay, we
have to come to an acceptance that everything is okay in my life. In this moment, whatever I have is already the best.
Okay, got it.
In that state of acceptance, you may get something else which will be some other right for you. Then you'll accept that also. Then you'll accept that also. Then you'll accept that also. Like that, different pieces of the puzzles will keep coming in your life and something new will come up.
So, yeah. So whatever we want will be eventually manifesting the way if we keep okay with the situation.
See, we don't manifest. Are we manifesting anything? We are just unconscious. That's all. Yeah, manifesting, okay, but then we are unconsciously creating all this in our life because we don't understand the way secret works, law of attraction works. And we have to be very mindful of the fact that, see, when you put focus on making yourself the project in terms of learning your lessons versus fixing your body, then your body will automatically be fixed in the process.
Correct. Got it, ma'am. First, we have to fix the mind and be strong and just accept the way you said.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of points to it, but then, yeah, I think just is that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Uma?
I think Rakshana is asking about what is meant by dimension, fourth dimension. You said about 8.
So I'll be handling that in the November class. Okay,
for her little bit explanations, he's asking how, like,
okay, third dimension means okay, let's see. Just giving an example, it is not the same example. Okay, now water has 3 states, correct? It is ice, it is water, and then it is water vapor, correct? Now solid ice is slightly heavy, or it is basically like a rock. There is no rigidity, there is a lot of there is no movement in that. But water has movement, and gas is even more higher movement. It just escapes like this. You don't know where it goes. So third dimension is like that only. It is slightly solid-like. Okay, third dimension means it's like solid, which means the energy of the light energy has come down to a lower frequency, and it has become solid. Okay, you understood that? It has become solid. But one level before that, it was less solid, no? One level before that, it was even less solid. Understood? So at one level, whatever solidity we are experiencing as of now, this physical body and all, that is called third dimension. And in that dimension, we are that much solid, that much density is there. Physics density, you understand, right? Density, you understand in physics? Heaviness. You're on mute, Uma.
She's grade 5.
So heaviness, you understand, no? Physics heaviness. So a little less heavy than that is fourth. A little more heavy, less heavy than that is fifth. A little more less heavy than that is sixth. A little more less heavy is seventh. Like that, it will keep becoming like water vapor. Like, let's say, if imagine Uma becomes a water vapor. So then she goes off to the fourth dimension and fifth dimension. I mean, technically, but she'll still have a body. But inside her body will become less light, energy wise. It's slightly hard to imagine this, but what I suggest is sit and meditate. Every single day, meditate for about, how old is she?
10.
10. Sit and meditate for 10 minutes at least every day. 10 to 15 minutes you meditate. It's boring, I know, but still you meditate. Because by the time you meditate more and more and more, your brain will become sharper. You will become stronger from within. Your health will improve. Many other things will happen. In the solid level itself, many improvements will come. Then you can only experience gaseous level also. You'll still be a physical body, but you'll have lots of other experiences also. You can see yourself becoming gas. And that's a nice way to fly around everywhere like gas. So meditate for that, then you get all the experience.
I used to meditate.
5 minutes.
Now it became
morning,
boring, huh?
5 minutes morning, night before going to sleep, 5 minutes.
Start with that. It's okay. It's okay. Just see whether you get any benefit, whether you see benefit, whether you don't see benefit, you have to still go and practice that. Like whether you have an exam or you don't have an exam, every day we have to sit and study for our test or something, no? Or like whatever teacher told, we have to come and practice at home, no? Like that. She has not announced exam yet. She has not announced the test, but we still have to come back and then look at our notes, write our homework, all that we still do, right? We don't ask the teacher, hey, you haven't even announced the test. Why should I do this homework? We don't say that. So like that, our homework is sit and do meditation. Whether you don't know when and how the results are going to show, but you just go and keep doing. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
She only introduced me meditations with that. So after she attended a PMC, that kids meditation class, she only make me to do meditation.
Very good, yeah. Old soul is with you.
Thank you, Smita. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I've actually directed one lady called Sangeeta to you.
Yeah, she called me morning. Yeah, she called me. Thank you so much, Smita. Thank you. She asked me doubts. Thank you so much.
See, we anyway want you to lead the Tamil area, no? So now you'll be the leader. For doubts.
Yeah, I want to practice more for that. So I want to read Tamil book more. Then I want to practice more gratitude. Then only I want to take class.
It's okay. Wherever you are already in a position to see. When she was a child only, she taught you meditation. Even though she had not practiced so much. Like that, whatever you are a child. Like that, even if there are adults, tell them what you know. Whether they practice or no, who cares? You do your job. You know Tamil, no? Just go tell Tamil sentences. That's all. That's enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. What you know, whatever you know, let's say you have this much knowledge. People who come in front of you will also request this much only. They'll not require this much. That is what is called law of attraction. You should never think that, oh my God, they are going to ask me questions which I will not know. It will never come like that. The way it will come is, if I know so much, the people who will come will always be matching with me. They will only ask questions that I already know. That trust you need to have, only then you can grow. Just trust and go that through law of attraction, this is how exactly, because the law of attraction doesn't want to insult you. But if there is a fear of insult, that also will come. If you have fear of getting insulted, then somebody will insult you saying, what, you don't know this? But But if you don't have any such fear, if you trust the process, if you say, yes, whatever comes to me is for my best, and whatever little I know only, I'm going to tell. My child taught me meditation. I'm an adult. When she can teach me meditation, definitely, when I am a child, I can definitely go say what I want, whether they do it or no, I don't care. I may not be a enlightened master or anything, but I did my part in contributing to the community. I put my drop into the ocean, which is why the ocean became an ocean. The ocean is less of an ocean without your drop.
Morning, she was so happy the way I explained to her. She was, yeah, we are thinking for these small things and then we want to say gratitude. Now I can understand. Thank you. She was saying, so I was so happy. I was saying, Smita trusted me. She shared my number. I was so happy. So
yeah.
The way I explained, she was so happy. So
yeah,
she was saying,
because I can't lead everybody to my classes, right? There has to be some points of people who have already practiced, and they should now become practitioners themselves. And this doesn't need any skill. It just needs that inner confidence to keep going. Yeah.
Thank you so much for encouraging us. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Kavita?
Thanks, Smita. Very nice. You know, the previous person with the daughter, it was very nice to see a young child here in the class. Thanks for bringing her in.
Oh, she's been with Uma in her classes for a very long time now. So she's sort of getting tuned with the way Uma goes to classes and things like that. I don't know. That is what.
Okay. Uma, we should connect. Yeah. So on Tamil, Smita, in case, you know, someone is reaching out and, you know, you would want, I can also, you know, meaning whatever little bit, I can also help.
You all can all form a Tamil group.
Yeah, Tamil group, yes.
Yeah. Because in every language, we need to spread this. And I don't know Tamil. I mean, I can't fluently speak in Tamil. I can understand.
Yeah.
Sure. So practice the book once or twice and then get the confidence. And then you will know. You should have also something to share from your side. Yes, I did this and this is how it helped me.
Yeah.
Or your friends should have had some things. So like that, collect some things and then go stand there and talk. Or worst case, even if you don't have anything, just say, let's follow the book. Then let's see what happens.
Yeah. So there is, you know, a lot of the question that I would like to ask or, you know, check is, in the video that we see, and in fact, you know, be it in terms of Steve Jobs saying, do what you love. And then there is a perspective, love what you do. And as such, trying to figure out, you know, what you like. And supposing we like something, there is not enough money that flows in through that. So what is the way to think about or, you know, take forward in this journey, Smita?
See, it depends on which level of consciousness you are, and there is if you try to think what others are saying is right, versus you need to think, what do I think is right for me? What you think is right for you only will work for you. You cannot say that somebody else told that this is right, so I will do. Many people do that, no? In our past generations and all that. Who said? Somebody was telling that. I think my mother-in-law was telling today. If we use red chilies, then acidity and gas and all that, acidic burn and all that will not come in the esophagus. But if we use green chili, it will come. It's a belief system. Yeah, and that belief, because somebody told, she said, Yaro Hedudru. Somebody told like that, and that is what maybe she wanted to believe it is right. So that is their level of consciousness. So she's not going to question that belief is already so strong, and they have already put a lot of energy into it, and they've already experienced it also. So that truth is never going to change unless that awareness starts to change and say, yeah, why shouldn't I do this? Or something will come to break that belief system. That belief systems are going to be shattered. You will keep believing something. But if that shift has to happen, your soul will break that relation, that it will break that mindset. For example, I was an addict of allopathy, hardcore allopathy person. But then I came into a certain point in my life where what I believed did not work. It was I was like a blank slate at that time. because what I had believed did not work, and I was going through a certain disease. Now, whatever comes to my rescue is my savior. Is that the right one? Who knows? But that was my savior, so it becomes my belief system. It doesn't mean that it is right belief system, wrong belief system. So what is right for
What
you,
works
only you
for
have
you.
to follow. What others right, your right. Like I told I told Anju, right? I told her, for her vaccination book came, and then now she's also part of the AIM organization where she's going to spread about vaccinations. But am I doing that? I'm not spreading about, I'm not talking much about vaccinations and all that. Yeah, when somebody asks me about it, I'll just, it's not needed. Have I taken? No, I'm not taken. Has my daughter's children taken? No, it's not taken. But what is my belief system? It's something else. I believe that I will not put something into my body with the fear that something will happen in the future. So for me, it's from a spiritual point of view versus animals are inside it or chemicals are inside it. But technically, I'm still doing the same thing. No, my outcome is still the same. But my belief system is something else. But what if they question me saying, oh yeah, what animals are there and you don't like? Yeah, irrespectively. But yeah, do I eat animals? No, I don't eat animals. Neither I'm a vegan. So there are so many such, the way you lead your life is based on a certain set of principles. So your principle can change after 2 years. But today, what are you believing? You follow that. There is nothing right or wrong about anything. Like Henry Ford told, right? If you think you can, and you are right. If you think you can't, then also you are right. If you say this is right, or if you say this is not right also, then also you are right. Did I answer your question?
The way I understand is, I will have to, sit with myself to understand this question.
Yeah. See, in the past, what used to happen? In the past, in all our scriptures and all that, we have seen that God is, when we do tapas, when we do meditation, God is going to come in front of us. God means all these masters who have done their own sadhana, meditation, and all that work and all that on themselves. They have now become ascended masters. They've become God. Okay, they'll come in front of us and they'll say, yeah, you have meditated. No, I'm going to give you a part of my energy. And then they'll do tatastu, and then you'll get one energy like this. And then now you have now, let's say, got one child. Child was not even a part of that karma, or let's say learning or whatever. Now you've got one child. Now you got this house, bungalow, something all you've got. Or maybe something got cured inside you because they came and did this. So that was a system of belief at a point in time. But today, we are not in those kinds of times. Now, in these kinds of times, I mean, if you've read channeled books, if you read Enlightened Masters books and all, they've clearly told that no avatar is going to come and then save you anymore. You have to save yourself. You have to work this. Even if you take 10,000 lives to go and learn this yourself through the hard way, we are willing to wait for you. Which is why everything is going to come at a mind level. It is a war of the mind. It is all happening at the mind level. You are going to get, let's say, distracted at the mind level only. You'll see children also getting distracted at mind level only. Adults also suffering at mind level only. But information is plenty. Whatever is not there in the future, it is plentifully available in front of you. But now you have a restricted mind to even use it. So it is all at the mind level now. Battle is happening. Kurukshetra is happening at a mind level. So, and there are definitely tools available. There are definitely informations available which are coming to you. What is coming to you may not be coming to me. So, but that law of attraction is ensuring that what you get is what is perfect for you. So you need to take that and put it into your life. In wherever you are, whatever experiences are coming to you, you have to put it into that, practice into that. And then that wisdom is going to come on top of it, right? That experience. That is what is going to grow you. That is what is going to heal you. That is what is going to bring abundance in you. And if gratitude is coming into you, your journey, because you have a lack mindset about money. I did not say that, see, when we do gratitude, right, we are clearly telling people, don't do this with an expectation that I'm going to get more. If I do gratitude, I'll get more. If you are definitely going with that expectation, you will get more, you will also lose it. because you're in duality. We are teaching them to go to oneness state. In oneness state, nothing is right or wrong. I will do my job kind of. So I will do gratitude. Whether that translates to money or no, I don't care. I'm going to do gratitude for money. I'm going to do, which is necessary. I mean, so many things have been given to me and I've not said thanks. It is logical. So we're just going to do that logical thing, honestly. And then turns out that law of attraction will give you more money because of that. It came as a result of that, but I didn't expect that. But if you expect it, see, mind, everywhere mind. If you do this, then you're in duality. If you do something else, then you are not in duality. So the idea is to get out of duality, because if you are in duality, you're in the infinity circle. If you're running towards positive, some other part of your life is actually going into negative.
Negative,
You don't know. Negative is also increasing to the same level. That is why it's called yin and the yang. Two halves of that yin and yang is going to balance out each other. It is impossible for one thing to increase and the other thing to not increase. We are just getting the, let's say I focus on my health and I do a lot of all these good and bad analysis, and then I do it for health. Some other part of my health is actually getting affected, or maybe money is getting affected, relationships are getting affected. We can't put a finger and say, yeah, I did this, but somewhere else somewhere else the negative also increased. We will never be able to say that. That is why we say, Maya Rani, we are going to bow to you. This part of the infinity is also okay. This part of the infinity is also okay. This is also for my learning. This is also for my learning. Both are good. It's all in your school, in your curriculum only. I am going to say thank you. And I'm going to learn from this also. I'm going to learn from that also. I'll be in the center. Then what she'll do, that being in the center only will accumulate energies. You're not putting energy into going this side. You're not putting energy into going this side. You will be in the center. No, that center will eject you from the system.
Yeah, the two words that come to my mind as you say this is like acceptance and surrender.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of confusion about should I manifest, should I do this, should I desire, all that is there. But in that moment, believe that it is whatever is in your life is the best thing to be done. Then you do gratitude on top of it and all that. It really works. Surrender, rather in everything you're doing some action. If you're cooking, you don't know whether that's going to get burnt or whether that's going to get whatever. Your intention was never to burn it, but let's just immediately when phone call came, somebody came to the door and then you went to open the door and then they started to engage you. Postman came, he wanted you to sign and all, and you forgot. Here it got burnt. So even in cooking, you're surrendering, saying that all outcomes are okay. But then at that time, if you're surrendering, what happens? Right at the time when the postman came, you will say, just a minute, sir, I will go switch off the stove and come. That thought is going
awareness.
No, you didn't get that thought. That thought automatically came.
Automatically will.
Yeah, that will happen in surrender. Universe is working with you in surrender, trying to ensure that everything is sort of balanced in your life and your learning curve is, you're going in that right way. But if you think I'm the one who has to manage this also, this also, this also, this also, then you are in this part of the infinity or that part of So you're enervated.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Smita. It's been a blessing knowing you and all of you here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Nalini?
Hi, Smita.
Hi.
Actually, I have a question for my cousin. She is in an abusive relationship. She actually calls me and talks to me about it a lot. I tell her whatever I know. I try to advise her, but she is in some kind of state. She is just telling what she wants to say, but not ready to listen to me or anything. So I told her about this gratitude class also, but because of language issues, she couldn't attend. So I sent her this YouTube on gratitude in Tamil. She didn't have time to watch. She's working also. So she, based on somebody who said something about her husband and her, she's totally believing that, and she's having some doubt in her mind. So with that as belief, she thinks she's actually adding more fuel to her, that relationship issue. So though I tell her, I have been advising her for the last 2-3 days, but she has been calling me like 4 or 5 times a day whenever she gets free time at her work. So it's like, I feel that you have to either do this she's not, because of financial instability, she couldn't leave him and come. She's not able to leave, and because of other things also, like what society would say, and because she has 2 boys who are like teens, so she couldn't come at this point. So she's kind of confused and helpless. So whatever advice I give her, also it's not working out with her. So I feel that my energy is also going away whenever I advise her, because all the options I gave her. So how do I handle? I don't want to be rude also. Like I tell her, either you practice this, you know that you can't leave him. So just accept and think that it is your karma, and just do. You have to, if you don't face it now, you have to face it later on. So is that the correct advice that I have given her, or is it something wrong? But anyway,
First
she has
of
no
all,
other choice.
I believe that first of all, advising anybody who is not ready for advice itself is not, it's like, it's not valued. When she is not ready for change, who are you to advise? She's just, I mean, it's coming to you just as a sink, but what are you learning from this? You have to stand up and say, I'm not going to put my energy into this. That mental thing has to come. Why am I supporting her? Am I supporting her because I feel pity for her? Why am I talking to her? Out of formality, I'm talking to her. So why am I talking to her? That question has to come. If I'm speaking to her out of formality, just change the topic. Just speak out of formality. Hello, how are you? How's your mother? Blah, blah, blah. Just say, sorry, yaar, I have to go. Busy. Just keep the phone.
Yeah,
Just say, I have to do some work. In your mind, truly have a belief that I'm going to write gratitude now. And how are you going to take that situation also as from gratitude perspective? She has a, let's say, abusive relationship and all. Take her example and see what are 10 things that I'm going to get as a lesson from her, this experience of she coming and then venting things out to me. Not when you keep saying that, okay, I think it's draining my energy, because you're resisting her. These are some things that you should say, what am I learning from this? When you say, what am I learning from this? Then from your perspective, you'll start to think from the knowledge that you have. Oh, I'm resisting her. I don't have to resist her. Resisting means in my mind, I have a block that she's negative. Let us just take her as a god who's coming and then coming in some avatar who's like really nasty kind of thing. Then you can't judge him. No. Let's say if Murugan only comes and tells you like that, all these things, then what will you do? Will you resist him? No, you'll say, oh, okay, you'll do all that. It doesn't work like that. So you just say, I'm resisting her. I will not resist her in the first place. What resists persists. I will just start doing gratitude for whatever she's doing to you. Thank you, God. I have a great husband. I have great, whatever is in your setup, opposite of what is there. It is coming to show you the value that is already there in your relationship. Because you may also have a complaining attitude about the setup that you already have. Then that will come to show you that, oh my God, I'm already in heaven. It is not like that. Then what will happen? She will disappear from your life. She will not find the time to call you, because you have learned your lesson. Because that complaining behavior, or maybe looking at husband as a whatever not so okay kind of person, maybe is already inside you. I mean, I'm not saying it was within me also. When I started the gratitude in May, even I had that. Even I was judging my husband. But then once I came into gratitude, that the very first thing I fixed in my own mind was the relationship issues. I started to do gratitude. Only then I started to see something that was not seen in the past. It was still happening in front of me, but I didn't see it. It will come only when they are just messengers. You don't have to help her. You have to only see what is in it for me. Then that will be there, or that will go off. As long as you need to learn your lessons, she'll keep coming and telling you all this. And in this transition period, what should I do? Should I talk to her? Should I not talk to her? I would say that don't ask any questions. If she's telling something, you just say, I have only 5 minutes. I have only 3 minutes, 2 minutes. That's it. See, you can just be polite and say, no, sorry, I am not in a position to listen to all these things. I have to get somewhere else. I have to cook. I have to take care of this, I have to take care of that. I'll talk to you some other time.
Yeah, I have tried these things, but yeah, I totally agree to what you're saying. I understand that. But because I know her from when we were little, so just out of affection, even though she is not listening, I really don't have to feel guilty about not helping her or anything, because it is her journey. So she has to find her own path. So I can leave it at that point like that.
Yeah. You have already advised. You tell that, sorry, I can only tell you this much. After that, I really don't have any advice. If she's asking you for advice, but if she's not even waiting for your advice, but you are only just blabbering something and it's not even going into her, which means her time has still not come. The soul is still searching for Sachidanand in that abusive relationship only. And once it's done learning, oh, it's not in this kind of state, then she'll become open. Then if at that time, if she comes to you, then advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Smita.
Thank you. Is there anything on the chat? Will watching TV program affect our mindset? Depends on you. If you give your remote to that TV channel, then and you get affected by that, then yeah, you're getting affected by that. But if you watch the movie and you have a stable principle inside your mind. See, even I watch some things at times, like movies, war movies or something like that. Even I watch, but then in my mind, there is no fear. I'm not forming opinions. I'm not judging the characters. I'm pretty stable when I'm watching those things, and I can still sit in meditation and not think about that movie after the movie. It depends on how you are to watch all that. Because when you're watching a movie, if you're getting carried away in those characters and those scenes, then obviously you are in that emotion and it's going to work for you. So it depends on that. I would request each one to do their research on childhood vaccines. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Shraddha, you had a question again.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to put on my camera. Yeah, I just wanted, when you spoke about that cancer movement, okay, that incident, okay, with reference to that, we get to see a lot of these advertisements on the net where, a lot of people start a foundation to, say, for example, work for a particular cause. Like one person who is just feeding oldies who are abandoned by their own kids. Or maybe one person is just feeding maybe sex workers' kids. Okay. So different foundations work for different causes. Okay. So how do we see this? Like the more they are working towards that cause, the more they are attracted.
You went on mute. You went on mute again.
How is it?
See, that's what we are trying to tell, right? Here,
okay,
there is no good or bad, but you have enough in your life, right? You focus on working on your life. Don't judge other person's activities or their causes or their movements or anything.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that if you are in a position to go into a movement and all that, then law of attraction says that you will continue to be in the same energy. Today you've come to law of attraction, but in the past you were not, right? If you have supported one such movement and all that, then obviously you have been in that movement. You have had rage, or you've had, let's say if you're in the sex workers movement or something like that, you'll have anger and all those things when you see those children. Yes, they are lower emotions. Although, yeah, they feel justified, but still they are not really helping you in any way. You don't feel happy when you look at those children, right?
Yes, exactly. That's what I meant. As in,
so if you have now got law of attraction,
if
you have now got law of attraction, then what we are trying to tell is, even if you have to go support, even if you have to go work with those children, start to look at gratitude in that instead of feeling bad for what has happened to their life. Start to feel grateful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful to see those children. It's so, it's nice that they have got this great atmosphere. They have got food, clothing, shelter now. instead of basically being on the streets or something like that. Somebody has protected them already.
Okay.
So you challenge yourself to be in the higher spirits, even when you are working with such people, instead of going in that robotic approach of feeling bad for people, even in an anti-cancer movement or whatever movement you're in, are you in a position to be thinking differently compared to what the movement is talking about? You should be different because you need to focus on yourself as a project. You need to always keep yourself here. So in every situation, how can I be here should be your way of thinking.
Okay.
In everything, whether you are with your child, whether with your husband, whether with some other person, how can I be here all the time?
Right.
Then you will find ways to be there all the time. You'll find logic to put you there all the time. Then universe will give you another, let's say, practice gratitude. Then with practice, energy is going to come. When energy comes, then some new creative ideas are going to come, which will help you stay in the state. You'll keep applying some other logic and all, like the way in the Saturday class, I was explaining the way I was doing analysis and all that.
Okay.
If you have not done the Saturday class,
No, not yet. Actually, my friend added me into the group, and I've never got a chance to really listen to you. And this is the first time I'm listening to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I don't know how I landed. I watched 1 hour video of when you had posted in that group. I did watch that 1 hour video, and then I joined the class. Somehow I was aligned to. I don't know why I actually came today, but I am really happy that I came.
Yeah. See, we all attract things because we need it at that time. You are not, all of you are not here out of coincidence. And many people have already left. Many people are here. And the takeaway that you're going to get from the live versus the takeaway that you're going to get from a recording is maybe different. We can't analyze all that, but they have postponed it to the future thinking that, yeah, I'm going to revisit this as a recording. But who knows, they may never find the time to watch the recording also.
True.
Because they'll be busy with something else, or the kind of mental status they have when you're in a group like this and you're listening to it versus what is the mental status when you're alone and then you're watching this might be very different. That collective energy, high energy, will actually give you more and more takeaways when you're in such a group versus when you're alone. That is why they say group.
Right.
Saturday, I did a class on surrender, acceptance, how to practically live our life and all that. So whoever made you join this, I'm sure she'll be having access to that video also. You can ask. Or, I'm sure she'll be able to. Who added you here?
I was added by Jyoti.
Jyoti Ji.
I forgot her surname.
Jyoti Gusain.
Parents. So we are, our kids were in the same school, and then we were in the same Waldorf school, and now we are no more in the same school, but we are connected.
Yeah. So she should be able to give you ask her Saturday 1 p.m. video, then she should be able to forward that. And even otherwise, the group descriptions that you are on should be having the gratitude playlists and all those things.
I'll check.
So the more you practice gratitude, buy that magic book. This is the magic book.
Okay,
it's there on Amazon. See, magic.
Yes.
Secret series ka magic. So buy this book. There are practice sessions that are there. And then the same videos are also there in the group descriptions.
Okay.
So just start to see the video, practice. The more you practice, you'll see a lot of joy. See, situation doesn't have to change to give us joy. It is just the way we think differently, see things differently. That brings us joy. We are not here to say, only when we get to that state, we'll be happy. No, that doesn't work at all. Even in this current state, we should be happy. We should be joyful. For that, we need to have a certain processes in our life, certain practices, certain sadhana and all of those things. And that gratitude will bring you. Gratitude is one of the simplest way to grow in life. Even it will take you to your enlightenment also. It will teach you a lot. The more you practice, the more you will learn. The more you will know magic in your life.
Wow. Yes, ma'am. I will definitely make effort to go through it and understand it.
Yeah. And also send me an offline message. I'll connect you to the other person.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nalini, you had another question by any chance? Nalini, you had another question, no? You have raised your hand or you've not lowered your hand? Okay, I guess you've not lowered your hand. Okay. Also, last question: gratitude without expecting daily, right? 10 is sufficient. No, please do join that magic gratitude, whatever that class. I can share the playlist here or the chat link here. I'll just give me a minute. I'll share it here. Please.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure. Thank
Please
you.
take it and
Yeah,
then join that group, and then
Sure.
whatever updates you get in the group description also, there is a yeah, just give me a minute, I'll just send it.
Ma'am, I just had a last question.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get away with the phobias or the negative thoughts about the future or like something like that if we are still dealing with it again and again?
Yeah, that is again depends on how much of practice and all that, and every single topic has been dealt with in the magic book, because there is no one single answer to every problem that we have. Problems are anyway, it's there, like they say, right? In everybody's house dosa has that holes. We are not going to discuss about the holes. We are just going to say there are processes to work on all kinds of holes. You have to learn to fill those craters or holes that you have in your life through your energy earning process, which is gratitude.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so I've sent in the meeting chat. So
Yeah,
just copy that and then you all can practice it. Shraddha, even you can take it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so if you have already taken it, let me know. I'm just going to close the call now.
Yes.
I'm just copying the text, ma'am. That's it.
Okay, done?
Yeah, ma'am, done. Thank you.
Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you so much for attending this class. It has been a great pleasure to share my learnings with you. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you, Anita, for sharing the Zoom. Thank you all for being here at this time and practicing diligently. And many of you who are trying to raise the awareness in your respective communities. Thank you so much. Be blessed.
Thank you.